Hello everybody, this is Doc Ian with another review for you. This time, the DVD Miniature Painting with Jeremie Bonamant Teboul Volume 2. Wet Blending and Freehand. This is written in very small text, but it's the most important text on the cover because this is literally everything you're getting in this DVD. There is only one DVD in here. It's about 4 hours in total of video, and well, it costs 19 euros from Jeremie's website. This is what I would term a masterclass. The term is not used in this video, but in the DVD, but I would call it definitely a masterclass. But which means that this is something for the advanced student. This is Jeremie painting with no holds barred. He's showing how he actually does things. And he explicitly does not cover the same basics as in Volume 1. In fact, he refers back to Volume 1 several times and tells you, okay, if you want to know how to do this, go get my other DVD. What he is showing is, as I said, the techniques he actually uses, which are based on a lot of wet blending. Now, before I go into exactly what he's showing, let me talk about some technical things. First off, the video is surprisingly good because this is on a DVD 5, not a DVD 9, which means getting that much video in on it requires a lot of compression. But they've somehow found an algorithm to make it so you can see everything that's happening anyway. There's really no artifacting or anything like that. However, the technical thing I would want to complain about is the sound. The sound levels are very high in general. Specifically, the music, and especially the music in the menus, is mixed way too high in comparison to the other sound. I mean, I had to turn the volume way down in order not to, get complaints from my neighbors. The bass in the music was like making my walls shake. On the other hand, there's some improvement in the sound department in the fact that the voiceover for the English soundtrack is handled by somebody other than Jeremie, and this time somebody with a more of a clear accent, so you can understand everything he's saying. It's possible it's even a native speaker of English. I'm not sure. There's a slight accent there, but anyway. I would suggest having the English subtitles on anyway, because I discovered in a couple of places there were some lines in the subtitles that were not spoken. So to get all the information, have both speech and subtitles on. Otherwise, what is in here? Well, as I said, it's about 4 hours of these, and it covers painting of these 3 minis you see here on the back cover. About 2 hours 15 minutes for the Minotaur, a bit more than half an hour for this girl here, Jeremies, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and about an hour for Athena here. Why the differing lengths of time? Well, because the Minotaur is covered from start to finish. With the Minotaur, he shows just about everything. I'm not saying he paints a whole miniature in 2 hours, because a lot of the video is sped up 2 or even 3 times when he's doing repetitive tasks. The other 2 segments focus only on specific parts. The Jeremies section focuses on how to paint human-looking skin with his wet blending technique, and how to do the sheer cloth effect, where the skin is showing through the cloth. The Athena portion of the video is only focused on the shield, and all of it is basically a masterclass in how to do the freehanding of this Gorgon head, which is emblazoned on the shield. And as I said, in this video, he paints with no holds barred. He's not trying to teach anybody else's technique. He's just showing the way he does it. And the way he does it is with wet blending from the start. He wet blends a base coat where he does very rough color blocking at first, and then he layers on more wet blends on top of that to refine the blend in each step. And in some cases he does transitions with very small wet blends or with glazes. And it shows how he's sort of experimental. He doesn't have a plan from the start. He makes things up as he goes. He tests things and experiments, and sometimes he makes mistakes and he paints over stuff again. And this is all quite interesting. This is a very unusual technique for me. I mean, it seems like how somebody trained as a classical painter might paint. I suppose Jeremie has an art background. It's not how we're usually taught to paint miniatures, which is very logical and focused and step by step. So what use is this video? Well, if you're not used to painting the style, I don't think anybody's going to just watch this DVD and then immediately switch wholesale over to painting in this way. I know I certainly can't. But it's the kind of thing where even if you never use this technique, simply knowing that it exists and you have it in the back of your mind that there are other ways to do things, it can help you. It can sort of break you out of your rut, hopefully. And who knows, I might try to do the things Jeremie does on a smaller scale, you know, maybe wet blend a part of a miniature, or use some of the color ideas he has on something. Who knows? As I've said before, I'm the kind of person who collects ideas, even if I don't want to immediately use them all. So for me, this is very inspirational and mind expanding, so to speak. And if you're like me, you certainly should pick up this DVD, despite the sound issues I had with it. And yeah, that's about all I can say. I mean, it's not a wholehearted recommendation like I would give for his first DVD set. This is more of a specialty item, so you'll have to try to figure out if you're in the market for it. But that's all I can say for today. So, until next video, I'm signing off.